Manchester United has become the centre of ridicule, disappointment and anger among its own fans. Once known for a rock-solid defence and legendary goalkeepers who embodied composure and maturity, the club now finds its goalkeeping position to be its greatest vulnerability. Two of the most talented shot stoppers in recent history have been cast aside in favour of a new option, one that has so far failed to deliver. The pressing question is, what is really happening at Old Trafford? The image of a faltering Manchester United, lost in its search for a new direction while neglecting its fundamental values, paints a sobering picture of reality. But why has a club of such prestige and history fallen into making avoidable mistakes? The bigger question remains, can they fix it before it's too late? David De Gea arrived at Old Trafford in the summer of 2011 and quickly became a symbol of stability in Manchester United's goal. Despite initial skepticism, due to his slender frame and unconventional style, the Spanish goalkeeper silenced critics with his exceptional performances, establishing himself as one of the Premier League's greatest shot stoppers. Fans will forever remember his superhuman reflexes, such as his record-breaking 14 saves against Arsenal in 2017, a match that secured victory for the Red Devils. Over 545 appearances for United, De Gea collected 3 major trophies, including the 2013 Premier League title and the 2017 Europa League. He was also named in the Premier League Team of the Year 5 times, a feat reserved for only the most legendary of goalkeepers. However, De Gea's brilliance couldn't mask the harsh reality that he was a witness to United's decline over the past decade. From the 2018 to 2019 season onwards, costly errors began creeping into his game, especially in high-stakes matches. Fans vividly recall the 2019 Champions League quarter-finals, where he allowed a tame Lionel Messi shot to slip through his hands, and the 2022 to 2023 FA Cup final against Manchester City, where a crucial mistake turned the match into a forgettable afternoon for United. In the summer of 2023, with his contract expiring, United's management decided not to renew his deal after failing to agree on a reduced salary. While framed as part of the club's rebuild, the decision sparked significant backlash from fans and within the club itself. After 12 years of loyal service, De Gea, a player often regarded as a heroic figure between the sticks, left Old Trafford quietly, without a proper farewell on the pitch he had called home for over a decade. De Gea later revealed that he felt abandoned and hurt by the club he considered family. To make matters worse, his departure wasn't followed by a worthy replacement. André Onana, brought in with great expectations, has struggled to impress, leaving fans questioning the wisdom of letting De Gea go. Meanwhile, De Gea has rejuvenated his career at Fiorentina, delivering standout performances and reminding the footballing world of his class. Manchester United lost a legend, but the way they parted ways with De Gea has left many wondering. Was this mishandling of an icon the beginning of an irreversible decline for the club? The theatre of dreams seems to be grappling with an identity crisis, and De Gea's story epitomizes the uncertainties surrounding United's future. Dean Henderson was once touted as the future of Manchester United's goalkeeping. His loan spells, particularly a stellar 2019 to 2020 season with Sheffield United, cemented his reputation as one of the brightest prospects in English football. That year, Henderson was a rock-solid presence, helping Sheffield secure a 9th-place finish in the Premier League. With cat-like reflexes and a calm demeanour, fans and pundits began to see him as the heir to David De Gea, who was beginning to show signs of decline at the time. But from dream to reality, Henderson's journey at Old Trafford took a bitterly disappointing turn. In the 2020 to 2021 season, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer gave Henderson a chance to compete with De Gea for the #1 goalkeeper spot. One spot, a moment that should have been his breakthrough. However, bad luck struck as injuries and a bout with COVID-19 sidelined him during the early part of the campaign. By the time he returned, De Gea had regained his form, relegating Henderson to the bench. Opportunities became a rarity for Henderson, and instead of flourishing, he found himself stifled by the very club he considered home. The 2021 to 2022 season was particularly bleak, with Henderson spending most of the year on the bench, not even being utilised in cup competitions. Disillusioned, he publicly criticised Manchester United's management, calling his time at the club 12 months wasted. He revealed, "I was promised the number. One spot, but it was all just empty words." The disappointment culminated in the summer of 2023, when Henderson decided to leave Old Trafford, joining Crystal Palace in search of a fresh start. His departure stands as a tale of wasted potential and a glaring example of Manchester United's mismanagement. Rather than nurturing a promising young talent, the club created a cycle of uncertainty, with promises made but never fulfilled. Henderson's story is not just the loss of a goalkeeper, it's the loss of what could have been a bright future for Manchester United. As he continues his career elsewhere, Henderson carries with him not only a deep sense of regret, but also a reminder of the turbulence that has defined United's approach to player development in recent years. André Onana joined Manchester United in the summer of 2023 for a hefty £43 million fee, heralded as a symbol of modern football. A former protege of Erik ten Hag at Ajax, Onana was celebrated for his elite ball-playing skills and seen as the perfect replacement for David De Gea, who faced criticism for his distribution limitations. However, what began as a hopeful new chapter has quickly turned into a nightmare for both Onana and the club, with errors repeatedly undermining expectations. The recent 1-3 defeat to Brighton in the 2024 to 2025 Premier League season highlighted Onana's growing troubles. His blunder on Brighton's third goal, a seemingly routine cross from Yassin Ayari that slipped through his hands, left teammates and fans in disbelief. Unfortunately, this wasn't an isolated incident. During the 2023 to 2024 Champions League campaign, Onana's mistake in a 3-3 draw against Galatasaray severely dented United's hopes of advancing past the group stage. Social media has erupted with calls for Altay Bayındır to take Onana's place, with many fans bitterly comparing the Cameroonian to De Gea. One fan's sharp comment summed up the frustration. "Onana is the perfect example of destroying something solid to build something unsustainable." The goalkeeper's errors have cost United points, eroded already fragile confidence, and raised serious doubts about the club's strategic decisions. Instead of becoming a defensive anchor, Onana has become a glaring weakness. Manchester United's current 13th place in the Premier League table reflects the broader consequences of these missteps. The threat of missing out on European football next season looms large, which would not only harm United's immediate performance, but also damage their ability to attract top talent and maintain lucrative commercial partnerships. As Onana struggles on the pitch, United's reputation continues to take a hit. If the club fails to address these issues, the cost will extend far beyond this season, further tarnishing the legacy of the Theatre of Dreams. This serves as a stark warning. Poor decisions in key areas can quickly dismantle even the most storied institutions. The decision to part ways with two quality goalkeepers like David De Gea and Dean Henderson reflects Manchester United's lack of patience and highlights a glaring absence of long-term vision. Success stories from other clubs, such as Real Madrid and Arsenal, further expose United's mismanagement. Thibaut Courtois faced heavy criticism upon his arrival at Real Madrid, but with the backing of the club's leadership, he became the hero of their 2021 to 2022 Champions League triumph. Similarly, Arsenal identified and nurtured the potential of Aaron Ramsdale, transforming him into one of the Premier League's top goalkeepers. In contrast, United's journey from De Gea and Henderson to André Onana leaves much to be desired. They let go of De Gea, a club legend who carried the team through its toughest years, and Henderson, a promising young talent expected to inherit the mantle of glory. These decisions, made without a coherent strategy, now stand as a costly reminder of what happens when short-term reactions replace long-term planning. United has become a cautionary tale of how poor leadership can erode the core identity of a club. Goalkeepers, once the symbol of reliability, are now the team's Achilles heel. Instead of fostering stability and building for the future, United has opted for chaotic change, failing to understand that success demands patience, trust, and intelligent management. This mismanagement has not only disappointed fans but also tarnished the club's reputation. Manchester United's struggles underline a fundamental truth. Success doesn't stem from hasty decisions, but from smart governance and a clear vision, something United sorely lacks. If the club continues down this path, its storied legacy risks being overshadowed by a cycle of missteps and missed opportunities. Thank you for watching the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exciting upcoming videos. See you in the next one.